let's discuss one of my all-time favorites, hematite. Love it. Now, hematite is mostly iron. It's heavy. The word comes from the ancient Latin, Roman, hema, meaning blood. Back in the day when they had just megatons of hematite, it would rust because of the iron, and you could actually write with it. It would come out red. But hematite nowadays has so many beautiful metaphysical properties. The most important by far is the fact that it has a very grounding effect. It really centers and super grounds a person. I have it in every room of the house, and I give it as a gift to everybody. I've been going to the doctors a lot because of my bum hip replacement, and speaking to a lot of the healthcare facilitators. I've been giving them all pieces of hematite, and they love them. In fact, they're asking me if I would give one to a niece or a nephew or a little one in their family. And here's why I'm delighted to do so when I do bring them in for them. Because hematite allows students to hold on to retain information. It's a very good stone for students or for anyone that wants to just not only learn, but yes, to be able to hold on to the information. I'd call it the student's stone. I find Virgos particularly enjoy hematite, perhaps because it does indeed have that very grounding effect, and because Virgos, they're not fans of chaos. They're fans of structure. So as you see, I always keep on hand a bunch of hematites for Virgos. You never know. But have a lot of them, and they're stunning. But my God, this is one heavy jar of hematite. But do bear in mind that hematite is the only crystal that has a property in which it has, how should I put it, a cumulative effect. It grounds, and because of this cumulative effect, the more you have it, the more it does indeed ground you. No other crystal has a cumulative effect. So that's quite unique. As long as you have it, you'll become more centered, more grounded. That's very important, especially for metaphysical people that don't want to be flaky and far out. They want to be able to osage and presage their information, but in a very grounded fashion. Hematite helps you to do that. I give hematite to a lot of people that do indeed feel sometimes a little frustrated, or they feel like they really just don't have control over their lives the way they might like. It tends to bring in some of that sense of control, but more importantly, it simply puts individuals at ease, and that matters a lot. So I would suggest have hematites like I just showed you in that tumbled form. Have them in raw forms when you can find them. If you can find something like this, which is just absolutely awesome, but this is pricey, in the shape of almost like a little mini bowling ball, get one. I have them in rings. I have them in, by the way, in faceted, but they also now have the magnetized, which is totally outrageous. I love them. You get two pieces, you can flip them up in the air, they attach to each other, you can wrap them around your neck rather, and they tend to hold themselves together via magnetism. So, because of the iron content, it magnetizes quite easily. It's simply fantastic. So with that beautiful energy field of the new moon that we have in the sky currently, and with that beautiful energy field that only hematite can convey, which is that beautiful grounded energy field. Now that we're grounded, and we're not far out, and we're not in some distant, as we did in the previous read, astral projected state, let's see what the cards have to say today. So we're open to anything. Whatever the universe wants to say, whatever it wants to reportage or record back to us or mirror back to us in regards to groundedness. So the vibes say this. Configurations of this before. It has to do with the vibes between men and women and their natural magnetic fields, magnetic connections. Remember we said earlier, hematite's one of those stones that one can infuse with magnetism. So an interesting aside to know. Maybe it's saying something to us about love or the connection between two people. So maybe it doesn't just have that grounding effect, which we know it does. Maybe it also has a tendency to draw people to each other. Cool. Let's see what the second vibrational field has to say. The second vibe says this. Wow. It talks about strength. Now we know hematite is iron, so we know how strong iron is. But this vibration goes one step further because it has a mantra written on it. But the greatest strength is how much you love. Okay, cool? Alright, so we'll pull one more card. And the vibes say this ultimately. Just simply, the vibes seem to want to continuously say to us, if nothing else, Daniel, say this to everybody: hematite is beautiful. And if you carry it, so are you. You're beautiful regardless, but carry hematite and be more so.